What's up, Pirates? Wraith here, and I'm back with another video. Today, we're going to be talking about the OP10 meta as a whole post-ban because it's something fresh, it's something new. We have a lot of, options, and there's going to be a lot of variety going into this meta without Moria, without Ice Age, without Raigo, and without Dofi's Jinbei. And so we're going to be talking about two deck lists that I think are going to be running the meta. I feel like these two decks are going to be very rampant. And then, obviously, I have a article written for OP10 deck list. I think I have like 10 leaders. On an article on Metafy. It's free. All you have to do is make an account and join my community there on Metafy. It's completely free. If you guys want to test out any deck lists, I have 10 sample deck lists that you can check out, and it's going to be down in the link in the description. Let's get into this video. All right, let's acknowledge the elephant in the room. Obviously, here I have Bonnie, right? We have Bonnie up on the screen already. This deck, in my opinion, is going to be the best deck in the format from my testing so far and what I think the meta is going to play out and look like after we have a couple of tournaments. This deck just has it all. It has a lot of answers. It's really good. The leader effect is always going to be in use now with new cards like the Smoker that can give you a active Dawn. You activate one of your rested Dawn. So just a lot of great options. You have your Hody for aggressiveness. Your Kid if you need to play defensive, the 9-cost Shanks that you run to be super aggressive, and then obviously if you need to stall, your 10-cost Doflamingo. So your top end is beautiful. Obviously you have more options. Even like things like the 4-cost Eroge, right? The 4-cost blocker that restands a Dawn at the end of your turn. That card can be used as well if you need to play a little more lower to the ground, more defensive list. It really just depends. This deck has the options, but this is kind of like a base list of like what you would be looking for. And I want to highlight one card really quick. That card is going to be 3-cost Tashigi. So if we go ahead and read this card, what it says, if you have a green character other than Tashigi that would be removed from the field by your opponent's effect, you may rest this character instead. It says removed from the field by your opponent's effect. So that means KO, bottom deck, trash, any type of effect that would remove it from the field. All you do is rest Tashigi, you save the unit. So what does that mean? This card here saves your entire lineup of characters. If you have a well-placed Tashigi, you're always going to be able to protect your board. And so this card alone makes 100 of your matchups way better, especially the removal based ones. Every deck has to account for this card, and it makes it extremely difficult to play against Bonnie. This card right here just changed up the whole deck completely because now you play an 8-cost Kid, your opponent can't just bottom it, they can't trash it, they can't KO it. Before we had Rosinante that would protect from KOs, but that was it. Now we have something that can protect from anything. Not only that, you can play it off the 8-cost Kid, and it's a bully card. This card here bullies your opponents, not able to play the game how they want to when they're playing decks like Lucci, when they're playing decks like Doflamingo where they bounce and they bottom deck and stuff like that. And so I think Bonnie is the best deck in the format. It's top one. I really believe that. Overall, this deck is going to be super strong, and I'm ready to see it inside the meta. I'm not sure if I'm going to pick up this deck and actually play it, but I'm still continuing to test. It's still very early on. It hasn't even been 1 week since the bans have came out, and so I still have about 2 to 3 weeks before my first regional that I ever attend, so I have a lot of time to really understand all my choices and options. And so yeah, look forward to seeing this deck, and let's go ahead and go to the second deck. The second deck I want to talk about is Red Zoro leader. This is a leader from OP10. It had a big, strong set in OP03 going into OP04, and it is finally back as one of the forefront runners of this meta. I really believe that the meta is going to significantly pick up pace, and this deck is going to be in front of it all. There's 2 different variations. It is this version here, which is the Zoo version, which is my preferred choice, and then obviously the more standard mid-range type of Zoro that also has the rush capabilities, but has an easier time into decks like Bonnie because you have more removal. And so this is kind of like a base list here that you could go off of, test, and have fun with. There is going to be, like I said, 10 deck lists in my article. If you go down to the first link in the description, all for free. You can go ahead and read up on that. I believe this deck has the fastest board swarm, and if you just continue to jam at your opponent's life, cards like the 2K Sanji, cards like Diablo Jambe will finish off the job, and it makes it super annoying to deal with this deck because everything they play rushes you down, and it is super annoying. This deck is going to be really strong. We have a lot of old cards, we have a lot of new cards, and it's going to be a fun meta. So I can't wait for that. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I know it was kind of short, but I wanted to get this video out to push my article that I did write. It has 10 deck lists that you guys can go ahead and check out. It's for the start of the season. They're fresh deck lists. They're pretty decent, and you can evolve from there, make them more unique, make them more you. But I just wanted to get that out for anyone new especially people that are looking for deck lists and don't know where to go from. And I just wanted to give some starting points overall for these deck lists. That is going to be the end of this video. You guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.